WildBrain!
If you believe you must be big in order to be tough, then you should get to know me. I'll teach you other stuff. I'm Madeline, I may be very small. I'm Madeline, but inside I'm tall. She may be teeny tiny, her fingertips and deep, but that has never stopped her from being pretty neat. She's Madeline, we hope you have it straight. I'm Madeline, and inside I'm great.
In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. The smallest one was Madeline. They left the house at 9:30, off to play soccer in 2 straight lines, while Miss Clavel tended the vines.
Play well, mes chéris. I am sorry I cannot go with you. I must take care of my vegetable garden.
Au revoir, Miss Clavel!
Au revoir!
Goodbye! Good luck with your cabbages and onions! Hello! Hola! Bonjour! Hola, Madeline!
Their soccer team was called Les Tigres. It was one of the best in the all-school league. They practiced each day from morning till dark. Pepito's father, their coach, led the team to the park.
Come, Pepito, let us plan our strategy.
I hear we are playing Les Rois, the Kings, in the championship.
Do not worry, we tigers have beaten them twice.
But they have beaten us twice.
Do not worry, Pepito. 3 will be our magic number.
All of Les Tigres could kick and throw far, but the smallest team player was their biggest star.
Bien! Bon, Madeline!
Les Tigres played soccer with speed and with might, but something was missing, something not right.
If they only had a secret weapon, like the perfect pass I had in my youth, or maybe a great kick.
They practiced and practiced till they got each play right. They were still in the park by the hours of twilight. At the old house, Miss Clavel had no cheer, because her garden was quite a disaster this year.
Miss Clavel, are you all right?
Oui, ma chérie. But look, my garden.
What could they say about the vegetables she'd grown? The cabbages were rotten, which made the girls moan.
It is all right, Miss Clavel. We do not like vegetables anyway.
That is right. We do not like vegetables.
But it is not true. You usually love them. Besides, they are good for you.
Then suddenly Miss Clavel felt very much better. She remembered the arrival of an important letter.
Madeline, I almost forgot. I have something for you.
Oh!
Hurry, Madeline! Who is it from? We want to see!
It is from my cousin André. He lives on a farm. Our farmhouse is very very old, so Papa is fixing it. Andre asks if he can stay with us while they are working on his house.
Vraiment? He wants to come next week? We had better get ready.
What is your cousin like, Madeline?
I last saw him when we were both 3. He was very handsome then.
That evening they talked about Cousin Andre. Everyone had a little something to say.
He must be very strong.
And tall.
With the fancy clothes.
And fine country clothes.
Oui, silk scarves and a diamond stick pin.
And I bet he will be a big help with my garden.
In 2 straight lines they broke their bread.
We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
And brushed their teeth and went to bed. And by that time they were convinced that Madeline's cousin was a prince.
Do you think he has good teeth?
Oui. And I am sure he's a fabulous dancer. And he will ask every one of us to dance.
Later that night the girls fell asleep with visions of Andre instead of white sheep. Then came the dawn of that exciting day, when who would arrive but the gallant Andre. The girls went out at 8:30, and then began to wait, and wait, and wait.
Where is he?
He should have been here long ago.
Be patient, mes enfants.
Shh, I think I hear something.
They ran down the street and followed that sound. But Andre wasn't there. He just couldn't be found. There was just an old nag who'd seen better days, hitched to a wagon all loaded with hay. And atop the old wagon, not a prince with a crown, just a scared-looking boy from a small country town.
Why did he have to be so late?
Pardon, is this Mademoiselle Madeline's house?
Andre!
Madeline! Here, Madeline, these are for you.
Andre unpacked a clean shirt and some socks, a very old jacket and his 2 favorite rocks. And Madeline laughed as Andre told stories about his papa. But upstairs in the bedroom, the girls were more picky. They frankly thought Andre was rather, well, icky.
He is so small. Maybe he has an older brother.
One without baggy pants.
I heard that. Who cares about his pants? He is my cousin, and that is that.
Madeline said,
He may be small and very shy, but there's more to that boy than meets the eye.
Vraiment.
Really? You will see. Madeline, at dinner he didn't talk. He was a bumpkin.
A dumpkin. A dum-diddle-lumpkin.
but before the moon came up that night, the girls were no longer in a fight.
Surely got Madeline.
We are really sorry.
Oh, Andre, my friends will accept you someday. I will see to it.
One by one, the autumn days flew, and with Andre's care, the garden grew. It would seem when all was said and told, Andre's thumb was not green, but gold.
Grow as those carrots, grow as those peas, grow as that broccoli, we like it with cheese. Make it ripe before the cold. The gardener's thumb is not green, but gold. Gold, 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 glittering gold. The gardener's thumb is not green, but gold. So spade and shovel, rake, hoe and dig. The bits are gigantic. gardener's thumb is not green, but gold. Gold, 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 glittery gold. The gardener's thumb is not green, but gold. Gold, 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 glittery gold. The gardener's thumb is not green, but gold.
Madeline, hurry up! Hurry!
Oui, attendez. André, please come to soccer practice with us today.
Merci, no. I have too much to do.
All cabbages and no play make one very dull.
No, Madeline. You see, I cannot play.
All right, if you are sure. Au revoir, André.
Au revoir.
In 2 straight lines, the girls departed, leaving poor André quite broken-hearted.
Zut alors. These onions are very strong.
Madeline, where are you going?
Pardon, Pepito? Sorry, Monsieur Ambassador, but I have a feeling that I must go back to the old house right now.
But Madeline, we need to practice. We must win the big game.
It was Madeline's sudden intuition that sent her home on an important mission.
I am tired of being a country clod.
André was small and not very slick, but that small country boy really knew how to kick.
Dumb diddle umpkin. Madeline.
André, maybe you should join our team. With a kick like that, we could beat Les Rois.
But Madeline, I do not know how to play soccer. I only know how to garden.
Please?
Madeline pleaded, but André would not try. She could not convince him. He was much too shy. The peas and beans prospered under André's touch. Until everyone agreed it was a little too much.
What?
Vines and plants were everywhere, even growing in Madeline's hair.
These plants are like monsters.
And I am sick of beets and broccoli for breakfast.
Me too, moi aussi. Yuck! And everything smells of garlic.
That is because it is growing in your shoe.
Madeline, do something! It is all the fault of that dumb little umpkin.
I will, Chloe. Do not worry.
Madeline's cousins still would not play. Carrying the equipment was the job for André.
Gracias, André.
Merci, André.
Under, Chloe.
Bon, Pepito.
The game against Les Rois was the very next day. They would travel to a festival nearby at the great Palace of Mirrors known as Versailles. The day of the game, there was furor and fuss. The ambassador had even rented a bus.
We know how to jump. We know how to kick. We dance around Les Rois. We look sick. Yay! André, look, le loup.
C'est bon, ah oui.
Look, André, the glass palace, le grand palais.
Ah, le Tour Eiffel. Even I knew that.
See over there? l'Arc de Triomphe.
The driver turned off the Champs-Élysées, and they waved to a cabriolet. After they had bid Paris goodbye, they arrived at the palace, the splendid Versailles. Everyone showed their harvest wares. It was the best of country fairs. And Madeline won 2 teddy bears. Soon it was time for the game to begin, and hopefully time for les tigres to win.
Remember everything I told you. And now, good luck.
Merci! Merci!
It was like an awful dream when les tigres met their opposing team. They had a lot of self-reliance, but not enough to beat these giants.
This is not the same team we played before.
They must have been eating their vegetables.
It was hard for les tigres to keep their place against these hulks with skill and grace.
Do something! We are being slaughtered!
Pepito, I have a plan.
Impossible! Madeline, you are joking, no?
No,
He is too little!
but I have seen him kick a pumpkin.
A pumpkin?
Please, what do we have to lose?
Well, I suppose.
You can do it, Andre. We need your help to beat these brutes.
I do not know how to play, but I will try.
You know how. You have watched us many times. Make the ball fly.
But Andre's kick was one huge plop. The boy would surely be a flop. The crowd just booed and jeered and hissed every time poor Andre missed.
Madeline, we must do something!
I have another plan.
Is it better than your last one?
Think of this as a pumpkin, Andre.
Huh?
Andre's kick had such control that the ball just sailed right through the goal. And soon the team of almost losers had a chance to beat the bruisers. Andre kicked the ball, it twirled and spun, and that was it. The game was won.
Merci, Andre!
Gracias! Derrière! Derrière!
Said Andre,
A ball that looks just like a pumpkin was the perfect thing for a darn little lumpkin.
Andre was off the very next day. Everyone wished that he could stay. There was still so much to say.
Papa needs my help. Anyway, I want to start a country soccer team.
Andre, adieu. We shall all miss you.
Au revoir! Adieu!
You know, I do not think Andre is that bad looking.
No, he's even kind of cute.
Bonsoir, mes enfants. Pleasant dreams. I must go prepare tomorrow's dessert. Cabbage pudding.
Cabbage pudding? Oh no, no more vegetables, please!
Then she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more.
If you believe you must be big in order to be tough, then you should get to know me.